the ocean. That's not what I'm saying. But you have the ability to get to the next checkpoint. And once you get to the next checkpoint, you'll get to a point where nobody in the shore shack can tell you that there's nothing out there, because now that you've reached that checkpoint, you can now see exactly where you're going. So this isn't about leaving your job. This is about starting that new business that you said you wanted to start about 10 years ago. This is about making that thing that you said you were going to make that was going to change the world. This is about following your dreams. This is about making things happen for your family. This is about taking that step into the unknown that you're not sure that you can come back from. But here's the thing. There is never a step in life that you can take that is going to kill you.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast with the elephant as always. Welcome. It is me, your boy, Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And we're back again on Discord, ready to give y'all a very, very good lesson today.
Exciting episode. I realized that we gotta start stepping our game up, because I've started telling some high status people about the podcast.
Okay.
And I don't want somebody who has the potential to pull us out the slum to listen to the podcast and it sound crazy. So we're gonna be on our best behavior today for this episode. Not like we not always, but this one gonna be special.
Okay.
Because the thing that brought us to this episode here, to this topic, is literally a microcosm for life, a diamond in the rough, if you will. The whatever term that you could think of that means there was something right under your nose and you got bamboozled, so you didn't even see it. That's what we're going with this one.
Okay.
That's what we're going with this one.
All right. Bet. So should we like talk about like how we came across this quote, or how you wanna?
I don't know, man. We can go into it, man. You the host. You tell me.
No. All right. So Mac brought this quote to my attention. And like you said, it's a microcosm for life. It resonated with me because I'm like, yo, a lot of people get real stuck in their ways, stuck on their own island. And the quote goes, you can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And we've talked about many of things, like people are afraid of the unknown, people are afraid of what they can't physically see or physically imagine themselves doing, and they just get complacent in this in a 9 to 5, like, and they get comfortable with even like the schedule they're in. Like if you even mention changing up somebody's schedule, instead of doing Sunday through Wednesday, how about you do Monday through Thursday or something? And it's like, oh no, why would I do that? What? And I'm like, just change it up a little bit. Maybe this will free up something that that you've been trying to do your entire life. This small little shift could have this big impact on your life. But
Maybe this small shift can add to contribute to an increase in your life. Right. You don't know.
And they won't do it because of fear, because of they don't want to get out there and actually adjust to that that new scheduling or that new chapter in their life. They just want to
Or
get.
try that new thing that may increase their life.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that they could, that thing that you've been pondering on for the last 10 years.
Ooh.
That thing that you've been fantasizing about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Those things. So yeah, I stumbled across the quote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like random day, just at the vanilla,
Mm.
about to go on break. I'm just standing there at the door, and I look up, and there's like this one lonely monitor just hanging above the metal detectors at our job, at the prison that we work at. Um, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, how long have you been there? And I asked the security guard, I'm like, yo, is that always been there? He's like, the TV, yeah. I was like, nah. The quote, has that always been there? Cause like, I sat there and I watched it, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't move. It ain't like it was on a slideshow. It was just that
That
quote,
one quote.
and I was like, yo, and I felt personally attacked at the moment. I was like, yo, how? That's not cool. Like for real, I felt really attacked. Like so, especially with all of the conversation that we've been having about like leaving corporate America
Mm.
and just like throwing the caution to the wind and just moving forward, man. It just feel like when you reach a certain point in your career where you feel like the only thing that you can do is that just
Mm-hmm.
swim away from the shore, just swim away. But we get to this point where we don't have the courage to let go. Like it's like
Yep.
it's like that boat that got that anchor, not even an anchor, but when you pull up at the dock and you tie the boat to the to the
To the
uh,
pier.
to the pier with the rope.
Mm-hmm.
And like you could try to drive away all you want, but like unless that rope break or that pier break,
You ain't going nowhere.
you ain't going nowhere. So yeah, man, like I felt it in my spirit to talk about it today because there is a consistent fear that lies within most people who grow up not taking risk, and that's what this is all about, is taking risk. But it is a fear that lies within most people in our situation, because the only thing is a job. Only thing is the 9 to 5. Only thing is what you know. And let's be honest, most people don't even know they don't know they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like you talking about an ocean, the folks don't even know they in water.
Mm. Mm. I was listening to something and they were talking about uh if somebody comes and like, fits in your bath water, right? You're gonna be like all upset, you're gonna be, mad at Superman, right?
Yeah.
But if you get out that bathtub and get into the ocean and somebody spits into the ocean is so vast, like that it wouldn't even concern you. Like you would just go about your day like a regular old day. And it's like when your dreams are so big, ignorance, people hating on you, it doesn't phase you because you know that you have this immaculate journey that you're on and you're gonna complete it. But when you're in that bathtub, when you're on your personal island or whatever, and you're afraid to get out there and do something, every little thing pisses you off. Every little thing out of your control is just public enemy number one. It's like Armageddon to you. So you have to like get out of yourself. You have to, figure out what you want to do in life and just go for it. because the world is a big place. Like anything is possible. Literally anything is possible in this world. And it's like we get so stuck on, like you said, what we know. We get stuck on a 9 to 5. We get stuck on we gotta pay bills. We get stuck on there's not enough time to, do XYZ. But you have to make time to do XYZ.
Mm-hmm. I'm still looking for that 25th hour, by the way. But
Big facts.
yeah, you almost you jumped ahead on me for a second, but like you're right though. I look at people on a consistent basis, especially like in my position. I had to talk people off a ledge all the time, and it's the weirdest thing ever. It's like people be mad about stuff, and I'm looking at them like, yo, you're not mad about what you think you mad about. And they be like, but you don't understand. This is a problem right here. And I'm like, no, the problem ain't right here. The problem is that you are here and you don't want to be here. So once you're ready to talk about the real problem, we can talk about the real problem, but we're not about to talk about this because this is we about to ignore this situation and it's going to disappear. Like, you still gonna have to come back tomorrow. So let's talk about the real problem, and let's stop talking about this fluff. You right now, you trying to talk about fluff, and I ain't trying to talk about fluff. But like for real, I just said it. You getting mad about things that are out of your control, things that are happening to you, but it's almost like you sitting at the beach looking out into the ocean. You see your destination across the ocean, but like you just keep holding on to this pole on the beach, and people throwing stuff at you. People want you to move. It's like the little joint that come and sweep the sand and make the sand look pretty before everybody come to the beach. That joint just like throwing sand at you. You got trash all at your feet, and you like, I see my destination right there, but I'm gonna be mad. Instead of going and swimming into to my destination, I'm gonna just be pissed off about everything that's going on around me. You got full right. There's nothing holding you down. There's like you can just let go and just go out into the ocean and just go to your destination, or at least, and you ain't gotta, like for real, you don't have to start off at your destination. It's not like you about to jump in the water and you just about to teleport there, or there's about to be some kind of miracle teleportation device that takes you all the way to your destination. You don't have to be perfect, but as long as you're moving in that direction, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. If you're moving in that direction, you don't even need to know how to get there. I don't think there's a human that can swim across the ocean. I ain't never seen it. But if you can just work your way towards it, it'll make a difference in your life. Whatever that situation is, and let's get off of work. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with work. Like, this is what is that shore in your life that is keeping you from, or that place that you feel the most comfortable? What is that place? What is that shore? What are you holding on to that could be considered dead weight? What are you holding on to? Because like some people, and I'm going to put that out there too. Some people have already let go of the shore. Some people have already let go of the shore. But the problem is that you can't make it to your destination because you're trying to take every grain of sand from the shore with you across the ocean. So you'd already let go. You'd already made it into the water. You see your destination, but you keep looking back like, come on, folks, come on. You like Dora the Explorer. Come on, everybody, let's go. Like you just give everybody, you trying to take everybody with you. Like it ain't working. So you got your head above water. You trying to tread, but you wonder why you sinking, and everybody else just holding on to your leg. while
Back
you
in the
above
bucket.
water trying to pull them along. So there's some things that you're gonna have to let go. There's some things that you're gonna have to replace in your life. Some people you're gonna have to replace. And I love it, man, because I'm talking about this same exact thing on the current chapter that I'm in on the book that I'm working on.
Okay. Okay.
And bruh, it is lovely, bruh. Like I'm fresh off of this topic and was just writing in it last night, doing the Shut Up and Write group. But we're talking about the rubber band theory
Okay.
and how when a rubber band is stretched, what happens to a stretched rubber band? It can't go back to its regular size anymore. Um, but it's kicking it up a notch. I was talking about like using that and contrasting it to the comfort zone conversation from one of our previous episodes, bruh. And I came up with the way of looking at it, like you're in a tank,
Uh-huh.
like a fish tank or something, and you have a bungee cord tied to your waist. You in a harness with a bungee cord, and it's connected to the floor. And you in there with a whole bunch of other folks, and you looking at the glass around you. You see the world around you, and you like, there's a whole world out there. I want to go see what it is. So you decide that you want to climb out this thing, out this tank, and all the other folks is like, yo, nah, you can't do that. That ain't right. Come on back down, bruh. Like that's stupid. The last person that tried that, the last person who did that, they ain't make it. Or the person that went out there before, they ain't never come back, man. We heard something bad happen to them, and whatever. You climb out, and you're like, this ain't that bad.
Mhm.
Now your cord is a little longer, and now you're gonna go back and you're back in that comfort zone that you started at, and now those same people are telling you that this ain't right. You can't do that. Don't do. We afraid for you. Blah, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So at this point, you have the option. You have the option. You either pull that bungee cord off that first attachment point and take it with you, or you keep trying to take that bungee cord and go even further. Chances are it's a bungee cord. It's gonna pull you back.
Mm.
It might be longer, but now that you're back in the comfort zone that you started in, it is your responsibility to either detach from where you started or try to take where you started with you. And only one of those things is going to work.
Mm. It's it's weird how people uh will get a taste of freedom or like a taste of moving into a better life, and
Yeah.
then they just revert back to what they were doing before.
Mm,
It's like
mm.
they have so much potential, but like something in them, or just like something that was said to them, just makes them revert straight back. It's like uh kind of like the episode we had with Titus. Uh he gets people on the skateboard, and they have that first fall, that first little hiccup, that first bump, and it hurts like hell. And they're just like, nah, I can't do it. I can't be a skater. I can't be a professional writer. I can't be a video game developer. I can't be a, it's always I can't, just because of that first little hurt. And it's like, whoever said that getting to your dreams, accomplishing your goals is gonna be painless. Because constantly, even living into, the social norm of a 9 to 5, is painful. Your body wears down over time. It's a little bit slower, but it's still painful. You still feel some type of pain.
Pre-workout.
Yeah. Right. And it's just like, if you're gonna go through pain regardless, when you want it to be in something that's gonna, fulfill you, something that's gonna satisfy you, instead of something that's just like, all right, I'm going through this pain, I'm complaining about every little thing, I'm miserable, I don't want to be here, I don't want to work. You're going through pain for nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And hmm, I mean, it might look like a straight stretch, folks, but I promise you, when you're trying to swim across a ocean, there are obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, like I said before, it's kind of impossible for a human to swim across the ocean. You're gonna have to find it's gonna have to be a really strategic way
Mm-hmm.
that you get off of that island or whatever shore you coming from to get across that ocean. You gonna have to build a raft. You had to grab a dolphin. I don't know what you're gonna have to do. Ride a shark. I don't know what you lapras. Whatever. Like you're gonna have to find a way across there. But the thing is that you don't have the option to not do it.
Mm.
Once you out there, you have to complete it. There is no
Yeah.
option to stop in the middle of the ocean because it's literally suicide.
Yep.
It's literally suicide. You stop swimming, or you stop going, or you quit in the middle. There's no. All right, let's back up for a second because I feel like I'm about to scare somebody off of going into like doing the right thing. So
Mm-hmm.
like for real, here's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of people who saying that they got dreams and they got goals, but they are afraid of reaching for those dreams and those goals because they don't know what they would do without the situation that they're in right now. And what am I saying about that? I'm tired of people who saying that I want
Mm-hmm.
this next step. I want this next step, but if I gotta to stop hanging out with this certain group of people, then I don't want to do it. Or like Mark said, if I gotta change my shift
Mm-hmm.
and they don't give me the shift that I want, then I'm not doing it. Meanwhile, I'm over here doing the Michael Phelps trying to get across this water because I'm not trying to stay where I'm at. But I know for a fact that because I can self-assess,
Mm-hmm.
because I have some kind of ability to self-assess, I know for a fact also that there are some things in my life that I'm looking at like the shore. And there's some things that I need to do before I let go of it myself.
Mm-hmm.
So like what am I referring to? Like that the person who they've been working this job that they hate for a minute now. And they've had this dream of doing whatever. I don't care what it is. You've had a dream of doing something. Like nobody has a dream of working for working for a certain company. Like I don't know. Like there's some people who's working their dream job. Like I mean it is what it is. Like there's some people who might have their dream job. It ain't a lot. It really ain't a lot. Like I haven't met anybody personally who has their dream job, but you know, a job is a job. Even on TV, when you see that person who's working towards their dream job or whatever the case is, like I've seen movies where there's people working toward their dream job, but then on the second movie they starting their own business.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not the job that you're searching for. It's the passion of doing what you do when you get to where you're going. And then once and it's this thing about this bungee cord, right? And I keep talking about this bungee cord. Bungee cords, when you know, even when you go bungee jumping, a cord has you can't keep using the same cord all the time. Like everybody can't, like a company that sponsors bungee jumps where you know they do you pay them a certain amount of money and they throw you off a cliff and they pull you back up. Like a company can only use one bungee cord for a certain amount of time before they need to replace it. Why? Because that bungee cord over time it stretches, and at some point, if you keep using it,
Have a breaking
the
point.
excursion ain't fun no more. at some at some point,
Yeah.
at some point, somebody is hitting the ground, or that thing is gonna snap, and it's gonna be a different story.
Mm-hmm.
But this bungee cord theory, like you have it attached to something, and and you're pulling it, and you're pulling it along with you, and at some point you're going to realize that the comfort zone that you started in is a little bit bigger. So now that you've reached that dream job that everybody thinks exists, that dream job that's going to get you $1 million or whatever the case is, or I heard somebody talk about the lottery yesterday, and I thought about it, and it almost threw me off my point. My God, it's crazy. But once you reach the destination that you think that you're going to, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to realize that you once you finish crossing the ocean, you've only reached another shore. But in order to get to that shore, which is your destination, you have to leave the shore that you're on.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh. So along with that, right? Uh, people are so prideful, right? They get so stuck in their ways that you know they would try their own way of thinking to get off the shore, and it's like they wouldn't take any advice from any outside source, any type of teachings, lessons, uh to get off their own shore. But like, if you've never gotten off the shore, how will you ever get off the shore, right? So it's like, you know, find something out there. This podcast, find whatever type of book you need, whatever type of course, whatever type of anything, some
Mm,
outside of your own shore to get off your shore. Like, it's not gonna happen with your own knowledge, because your own knowledge is only gonna take you to a certain point. And
mhm,
if you're out here trying to, like, force your own way of thinking onto people, you wrong. You dirty for that. Cause like, if you have this one person that believes the sky is the limit, and another person that only thinks that there's a glass ceiling at every turn, you're not gonna be on the same level as the person that thinks the sky is the limit. You know, all you're gonna believe is, I can't do this because of XYZ. I can't do this because of everyone's out to get me.
mhm,
Some type of outside source. When you
mhm,
have all all the tools you need at your disposal to get off your shore, to make that raft, to make that boat,
mhm,
and get off the shore. But it's like,
mm,
people are so prideful. If they can't come to the conclusion on their own, uh, they won't do it. Like, I've seen someone just like completely make a job or make something 10 times harder when there was a way more simple way to do it. Like, if you would have done this would have saved you so much time, so much money, just so much less hardship than you just doing it this prideful, ignorant way. Like, just do the work, and everything
mm,
will fall in line. It's ridiculous.
mhm. And to that note, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to be vigilant of something. Be vigilant of the people who you're on the shore with,
Mm-hmm.
because some people, their only destination is the shore shack. What is the shore shack? The shore shack is the place where people go where they sit around and they sit at the bars, the booths, and the tables and they stare out this big window at the ocean and they wonder what's out there.
Hmm.
They wonder what's out there. They like, I don't know if they tell stories about made up stories about how people tried to cross and they never came back and they died in the middle, and they talk about they make these folklores about everything that's at the bottom of the ocean. There's a lot of dead bodies of people who tried, people just like you now, and
Uh-huh.
you've been out in the water. You've already been out in the water. You came back because you needed some air or you needed your muscles to relax. I get it. I understand. But you came back. And they put, once you get into that shore shack, folks, I'm telling you, because people people will people will compare themselves to you just because both of y'all human.
Hmm. Yep.
But like Mark said, somebody who think the sky is the limit and somebody who can't get out the shore shack, but because y'all in the same place, they would try, the person who only going to the shore shack, they trying to convince you that y'all the same.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to convince you that y'all on the same level just because y'all in the same place. But we're here to tell you that you have to separate yourself from those people who are who choose, I ain't gonna say people who are beneath you, but people who choose to be beneath you. You have to separate yourself from that, because once you separate yourself from it, you'll understand that the higher you climb, the less you don't need them. The less you need them. So
Hmm.
let them hang out in the shore shack. Let them tell ghost stories about the Pied Piper who skim the waters at night and pick off the bones of those who swim across the water. Let them do that. Let them. It's not your place to go get those people. It's not your place to pull them along with you. Let them go. It is okay. No one will feel any type of way about you doing that, but you had to do that for yourself.
Hmm.
You can't pull anybody with you. If they want to stay at the shore shack, let them stay at the shore shack. Let them do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like it's basically just like crabs in a bucket. They're only gonna pull you down, uh, because that fear that they're spinning, that fear, those folklore stories, it's only going to bring you down to their level. It's kind of like um the study they had with, they had a cage full of monkeys. They put a bundle of bananas on a ladder, and each time one of the monkeys tried to go for, the bananas, they get sprayed, with water. And then over time they would introduce new monkeys, and then they would take out the old ones, and then eventually there was no more old ones, it was nothing but new ones, but none of them would go for that ladder, those bundle of bananas. And it's like they don't even.
Even though the water wasn't being sprayed anymore.
Yep. And it's like that type of conditioning is easy to fall into, because it's like, all right, they're fearful of this, but yet they seem to be content, they seem to be comfortable, they seem to be, you know at least uh somewhat happy, I guess, happy with their lives. So maybe it isn't so bad,
Only
maybe it
happier.
isn't. Maybe it isn't so bad to be at this, level of life or whatever. But it's like there's a whole ocean out there. It is filled with so many new experience, so much stuff that's not at that shore shack. Just like wonderful things that are not at that shore shack. And it's like you'll never get to experience those things unless you take that first leap and go out into the water.
And it's crazy. Like while you standing outside of the shore shack on the beach, looking out into the water, holding your ball and chain. it's somebody up, it's somebody over to your left, and they stretching it out. They got the little cap on, the little swimming cap on, and
They
they
ready.
stretching. They like, all right,
They
see y'all
ready.
later. See y'all later. And you judging them, you like, look at them. They about to go out there. They about to drown. They about to do all type of stuff. They gonna be back. Don't worry about it. They gonna get scared in the middle, midway, and they gonna come back. Don't worry about it. You talking about them like they the scum of the earth. But the only
Mm-hmm.
thing they doing is doing what you were too afraid to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing they doing.
And
They want that destination. Go ahead.
it's crazy how, like you said, they would think you're the scum of the earth. Like you just, it's crazy how we're doing this, right. We're doing this podcast. Max write books. I'm trying to do video games, and we get so much heat, just so much heat for just like trying to do something different. Like we're two black, African American males or whatever, and it's not many people of our color that's doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
They're out there, but it's not a whole lot. Usually
they still
you
on the show.
right, and it's like instead of you know hitting us with like, yo, you guys are doing something different. I'm proud of you guys. It's just like, oh, why you doing that? Uh, no one have ever done that. It's so much going on right now. COVID's happening. Gas prices up. I don't know what gas prices has to do with what we're doing, but okay, all right. And it's
hey,
just,
hey,
I,
don't cost me
I,
no gas to do what I do.
right.
But it's still one of the main complaints or the main reasons why they say that can be done. But my bad.
It just it's baffling how there's no form of, especially at the place that we work in the, it's no form of gratitude coming from it. It's just like all
Place that we live, bro. It ain't even the place that we work, bro. It's the place that
facts.
it's the environment that we're in. Like
Mhm.
it ain't got much to do with the place. Like
So yeah, it it's it baffles me how people can't take that first step because of all the conditioning that they've been through, the rules that they've been through, the warnings. You can't do this because this doesn't make enough money. You can't do that because someone tried doing this years ago and they failed. And it's like, how are you gonna put that on yourself, and you haven't even tried, you haven't even played that first note, you haven't even wrote that first book, you haven't done anything to walk in that direction, and because of all these voices in your head, you've just like cut everything off. Like that whole following your dreams is taboo. It's not possible. It's just it's not gonna happen.
yeah. And for real, like since we talking about people at the Shore Shack, dog, I'm trying to figure out in my personal life if I'm doing this right
Mm-hmm.
because like I've come to a point where I just straight cut the folks off. Like I don't even listen to nothing
Mm-hmm.
they say. Like nothing that comes through their lips is worth listening to at this point. Like that's how I really feel, and I want to be to a point where I'm not being arrogant about it. But like, yo, how can you? How can you
Mm-hmm.
not? Like, I'm already in the water trading, and I've left so many people behind. Dog, it don't make no sense how much growth has taken place in my life. And like, I sit back and I look at it. I'm like, yo, this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to, I remember. I remember being saying things like, "Yo, dude, you could never make it." Like, dude, like,
Mm-hmm.
for one time, I remember saying that, um, I remember being the one complaining about the job. I remember being the one complaining about this, that, and under the sun, how this person getting everything that they want, favoritism, blase, splee. Like I remember all that, dog. Like I remember saying that, but I won't saying it because I was, in my right mind. I was saying that because the environment it was easy to talk like that in the environment that I was in. And once I got out of it, things changed. Things became like I became a different person. And like I'm looking at the fact that like there's people who believe that because we're in the same environments that we're on the same level.
Mm.
And like, I'm trying to figure out like how do you get to a point where you're not being, or you're not like trying to be arrogant about the situation. And I really don't know. Like I'm just sitting here like, yo, this is insane. Like, yo, the things that you are saying right now, like I be looking at people like I just need you, whatever you're doing right now with your mouth, I just need it to stop. Like, cause it ain't working for me. Like you trying to grab on the straws right now and have a conversation with me, but you're not ready for that. Like I need you to just stop.
Yeah. Uh, I would say it's all on the intent. Like we're not going around here, just like putting people down because they're not trying to go for their goals. We're
Oh no,
actually
I am. I'm gonna make you feel bad about yourself. And here's the thing though. I'm gonna make you feel bad about yourself because you trying to big yourself up while you on the shore.
Mm.
You got so bored on the shore, not reaching for your destination, that you doing stupid stuff like trying to see who can build the biggest sandcastle,
Mm.
or
Mm.
who can be the best at darts at the shore shack. you, you up here trying to substitute your substance for vest colors. So I'm gonna make you feel real bad about it. Oh, I'm not holding back no punches no more, bro. Because like when I was trying to get off the shore, when I stepped into the water, folks was trying to make me feel bad about going into the water.
Mm.
So I'm not gonna make them feel good about themselves because they decided to stay on the beach. I'm good on that.
Word. Uh, I was gonna say instead of doing that, and you kind of said it like we're trying to get you off that shore. We're trying to get people to realize that they have this unlimited source of potential, but because they're so stuck at the shore shack, because they think that you know having this title of the best dart thrower or the best sandcastle builder or the best worker, the
Oldest person
manager,
here,
yeah,
been here the longest.
uh 10-year anniversary, 5-year anniversary, because they have those titles, they feel like they automatically have this hold over people, or this
Disadvantage over
yeah.
you. They feel like they're better, and they feel like their accomplishments, their minuscule accomplishments, can stack up to yours.
Mm. And it's like, somebody outside looking in would be like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
And
He's like, "Oh, I got this 10-year anniversary."
and
Why have you been there so long? Like there's so much out here in the water that's that's good for you.
thank
Like
you,
come out
thank you,
here. Like, oh no, 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 no. Uh
thank you.
I'm good over here, I got all these accolades and all this other stuff, but they don't amount to nothing. Like you come out here in the water, that means nothing. Like you trying to bring more sand to the beach. It's not, it doesn't make sense. It means nothing. Like there's already sand out here. Like just come out into the water, follow your dreams, uh, take that journey to wherever you need to go to, you know, feel satisfied with your life. Like just because you've been at a job for how many say years, enough to even retire, you know, at the end of the day, like what did that amount to? Like what type of gratitude or what how does that make you feel satisfied? You know, what have you done with your life? What have you instilled into others? Like all you've done is go to work, complain, come home, and then repeat day after day, month after month, year after year, and you're still in the same spot. You haven't done nothing to change anything in your life. You just and then, expect to get paid more and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there,
You expect the care packages to be more abundant at the Shore Shack. Is what you're doing.
Big
So like this conversation
mm-hmm.
is for those people who have who has a dream to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't have to be anything of significance. Is just your first step, whatever that first step is. Like there's people out here who has it in their mind that they were created to do more. Like there was never a point growing up for me that I didn't believe that I was meant to do more. Like there was never a point. I've always believed that. I've always I'm so fanatical in my brain that I feel like I like if I wanted to I can have superpowers. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how deep it goes for me. But I understood that in my life that there is a shore.
Mm-hmm.
And the shore is built by it's not built by anything that you've done. It's built by your environment. It's built by your upbringing, your family values, your attitude towards money, finances, business, things of that nature. Everything, all that builds the shore that you're on. And by shore, we're talking about the comfort zone, just in case people can't figure it out. Because the term
uh,
goes that success lies outside the comfort zone, not far outside, but just outside the comfort zone. And the reason they say that, I had to break it down in the book. The reason they say that is because once you start expanding your comfort zone, you start growing, you start getting knowledge, you start getting more comfortable with yourself, you start gaining confidence, and then your comfort zone expands, but you're still in the comfort zone. So success lies just outside of the comfort zone, but if you don't move outside of that first comfort zone in order for it to expand, you see where I'm going here. You get closer to your success, the bigger your comfort zone grows. But the bigger your comfort zone grows, the more confidence and the more abilities you gain to get to make that comfort zone even bigger and expand even more. It's almost like when you start an RPG game. At the beginning of any RPG game, I don't care which one it is, you suck. And it's not you.
yeah.
It's not you that suck. It's the fact that you don't have any of the abilities, you don't have any other power ups, you haven't leveled up your character, but you notice that hard game that used to be so hard, like you couldn't stay alive for 3 seconds. And I got a game in mind, right? I don't know if anybody played a game called Borderlands, but at the beginning of Borderlands, you are getting slaughtered,
Mm.
absolute slaughtered. But once you get to the end of the game, you can pick up the same gun that you had at the beginning of the game and kill the enemy with one shot. But at first, when you started off in your first comfort zone, you had to empty a whole clip on it. There's a few more examples out there. Final Fantasy, Pokemon, definitely one of the
Oh
biggest
yeah.
ones there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you get comfortable with the game, once you get
Mm-hmm.
comfortable moving in it with the controls and all that other stuff like that, and you start leveling up and stuff, it's easier to get certain things done. Tasks that you couldn't do at the beginning of the game, you can now do at the end of the game because you have grown. Your knowledge base is more expansive. You have seen more of the land. You know what to do and what not to do now because you've been in that environment for a certain amount of time. So now that you're in the process of making you're expanding your comfort zone, or you're getting off of that shore, now you have the ability not to swim across the ocean. That's not what I'm saying. But you have the ability to get to the next checkpoint. And once you get to the next checkpoint, you'll get to a point where nobody in the shore shack can tell you that there's nothing out there, because now that you've reached that checkpoint, you can now see exactly where you're going. So this isn't about leaving your job. This is about starting that new business that you said you wanted to start about 10 years ago. This is about making that thing that you said you were going to make that was going to change the world. This is about following your dreams. This is about making things happen for your family. This is about taking that step into the unknown that you're not sure that you can come back from. But here's the thing. There is never a step in life that you can take that is going to kill you.
Mm.
There's nothing there. Like, it may get hard. I ain't gonna say it's not gonna get hard, because I mean, if you quit your job and you ain't got no income coming in, it could get very tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's obvious. But there's nothing that you can do in the sense of chasing your dreams. There's nothing that you can do that's going to kill you. So everything that happens after the point of no return, whatever the point of no return is, it's like the old Super Mario games. Once you move forward, there is no going back.
Yep.
So if you move forward into something unknown, you're going to have to adapt to that. But you still have the knowledge of everything that's back there. You still have the abilities and all of the skills and everything that you learned back there. You've brought it into this new frame. So the only thing that you can do from that point is move forward and grow. That's it.
Yep. And like you said, it's not always, oh, I gotta quit my job to focus mainly on that. Sometimes it's just taking a step back or a step down even. Uh, we all need money. That's a given. You need money. But where you're at right now, do you need a lot of it? Yeah, you have this high paying job, but if all your essentials is getting paid, if all your essentials are getting done, are getting handled, do you really need that extra that's gonna, lead to nothing of importance? Because what's gonna happen? You're gonna get that little extra, and you just gonna blow it. Let's be real, you just gonna blow it. You're not gonna put it into your dreams. You're not gonna invest it into anything. You're not gonna do anything of significance of getting a return. So why not take a step back, take a step down? Take a little pay cut, and then use that to invest into a course, or something where you take that step down so you can have time to invest in yourself, learn a new task, learn a new skill, learn something, listen to this podcast, just do something that's going to contribute to your success instead of contributing to your small little
Your
happiness.
demise. Your demise.
Yeah, basically your demise.
Yeah.
Y'all, you have to, be able to self-assess. Like, do you really need this? Do you really need these people around you? Do you really need this type of uh lifestyle? Because we've seen it before. We've seen people just like, go to the extremes, uh quit their job to work this fast food restaurant job, but they have, ample enough time to write a book, or, uh learn this course on the side, and then
Or the one person with the who quit their job for comic books and end up just getting another job instead of doing the comic books that they swore to God that they were going to be able to do outside.
yeah. Yeah, you know, uh, because even with that, that was basically money driven. He quit this one job that was paying pretty decent amount of money to get this. I think he makes more a little bit more or something.
I
Uh,
guarantee you it ain't worth the hassle that he went to achieve it.
hell no, hell no. And he could have stayed in the position he was, back then, and
Focus
because
on his goals instead of focusing on a paycheck.
yep, because he had ample enough time. He was in a position where he was chilling. He was chilling at work. Uh, they would put him as the up top
Oh,
babysitter.
it don't matter. It don't matter. It's not important.
So yeah, it's not always about the money or how much you can make at certain jobs. It's about the time and experience that you put in yourself that makes you successful. Because money is gonna come and go regardless. So use that to uh get rid of all your essentials. To take care of your essentials, take care of your needs, and then use that time that you have extra to focus on your passions, focus on your dreams. It's all about time management and how you just manage your lifestyle, adapting to the things that come near you. So
Yeah. I don't know if I have too much to add on that, man. Um, all I'm gonna say is like do the thing that you want to do, not the
mm,
thing that you need to do.
ooh, ooh,
Because of the longer you keep yourself in a position where you just doing what you need to do, or and like I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there.
mm-hmm,
Whatever you want to do, there's a market for it.
fact,
Just saying. Like even if you wanted to play video games all day, there's a market for that. There's some way you can get paid for doing that. Like I don't know many because I haven't researched it like that, but all I know is what's the dude name? What's the dude name? Help me out here, my
ooh,
Cutie Pie.
cutie pie
Tu-
ninja, uh,
yeah, all I know is these dudes they get paid for playing video games. All
mm-hmm,
I know. There's another one. A Drive. The dude get paid just for playing Pokemon games.
come on,
He's a YouTuber. He streams Pokemon, bro, and he get paid from YouTube for playing Pokemon games, bro,
come on,
and make a living off of it, a good living. Like I ain't like there's a way to get paid off of doing anything you want to do. All
yeah,
you got to do is open your eyes and see it. But here's the thing: is I get in conversations with these individuals who think they on the same level that I am because they spent 10 years in a job. They
mm-hmm,
they think that they have accomplished something because somebody made them feel accomplished for little to no effort. But I asked them these questions of like, what is it that you've always wanted to do, always dreamed of doing, and for whatever reason, they say these things and they don't even believe it.
ooh,
It's almost like you have this whole skill, this whole the conglomerate of things going on in your mind, and you don't even believe that the stuff is valuable. So if you don't believe it's valuable, you'll never get to anywhere that where you're going to add value to anybody or anything because you don't even believe.
mm-hmm, yeah,
So if you don't believe you can swim across the ocean, then why are we talking about the destination that you will never get to? We don't even need to waste our time or breath talking about it.
yeah,
So I need y'all to get to a spot where whatever you got going on, whatever it is inside of you, you foster that thing. And you can't just be like, well, when I was a kid, I used to do such and such, but my parents did this, and my neighbor snap my flute in half so I couldn't get good at it. Like, bruh, we don't even need to be talking about the stuff that went on in the past that's preventing you from crossing the water. We don't even need that. Somebody came and took your paddle, or they put a hole in your life raft. Like, yo, just build a new one.
Hmm.
Just build a new one. In fact, if you need a life raft and you need wood for your life raft, you need materials to build your life raft. The shore shack right over there.
Ooh. Yeah,
Cut it off, bro.
yeah, yeah. Because that's actually one of the many ways for a person to be successful, using the tools that was given to him from the jump to you know build at least the foundation of something great, you know. Uh, so yeah, get out here and do great things, people. We do this for you guys. Uh, we love sitting here, talking about like how to uh just follow your dreams and your passion. Because once you get on that journey, once you get on that path to do those things, it opens your eyes, it opens your pores, it opens everything, and you just soak it all in. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. What we got coming up, Mac?
I have finally finished book or the first page of my comic Sigma 6.
Okay.
I'm a little excited about that. Can't wait to put that stuff out into the world. It took me a lot longer than I actually anticipated to get it done, but let Alyssa tell it. I've definitely getting faster at doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So got that done. Got I'm about to work on the rough draft of the entire book to see
Okay.
if all of the panels fit in place and whatnot, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm excited about it, bro. Other than that, Alyssa's book is almost done. I had to start working on the cover for that, and episode 3 of the Aether Universe podcast is about to drop. So if you guys are interested in anything Aether Universe podcast is everything Aether, and I'm preparing for a DC or Marvel mashup somewhere in the near future. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm working on what that's gonna look like when I get there. But yeah, everything's going good on my end, man. Still teasing book 4. I ain't really put a date on it yet, but I'm just trying to get the fans hyped up about it.
Word, word, word. Um, I'm on chapter 3 of my Harvard game development course. Um, turns out that they have a bunch of uh like cyber whole bunch of like internet tech courses or whatever. I think it's like C uh 550 or something. Um yeah, so just studying that. Uh hopefully I'll have like some type of like uh little homework stuff that I can present.
Mm.
Um just working on that, taking off to focus on stuff like that. Um got the exterminator out here to take care of some unwanted guests. Uh so yeah, we were doing things
I
out
guess,
here.
bro. Like folks gonna get folks on here thinking you got roaches or something, dog.
And little yellow jackets, little nest of yellow jackets, made their way somewhere in the house, in the wall somewhere. But yeah, we're getting that situated. But yeah,
It's already done.
yeah, he already came out. He sprayed some type of powder stuff to where it coats them, and they just track it back and forth through the nest or whatever, and it just like slowly kills them.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, this has been the Dirty Chunk Podcast with an elephant is always welcome. And it's me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.